Start every game, whether you're playing 2v2 or 4v4, by patching up all of these holes. Because if you don't, then you could get in a PvP encounter and then fall. And if you fall, then they're here, your goal's here, you're up there. It's an easy goal to just do this. Tip number 2 is going to be a easy way to score a goal. Well, I wouldn't call this easy. It's nothing I have to mention because this is going to be for beginners, and I'm sure experienced players know what this is. It's the hyper jump. There are 2 ways to do the hyper jump. If you're in an intense situation, you can do that, but I suck at hyper jumping, so I'll just pre-make a hyper jump and then show you what you do. You want to do this. Easy, right? No, because you do not want to pre-build this, or else it just doesn't work out as well. There are 2 ways to do it. There's the way I just showed, which I suck at, and the way that I can sometimes actually do, which is pre-building this. Boom, and then you're supposed to clutch it, but I suck. So yeah, those are 2 ways to do it, and like I demonstrated, you'll end up right about here, and then you just run in. The next trick is going to be undergoaling. Now, I'm pretty sure we all know what undergoaling is. A lot of us know what undergoaling is. You go down to this last block, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then you stack up there. You don't have to get a running start from back here, I just do it, but if you land there, then it guarantees, well, that won't be there in the actual game, but basically that's the creator of this practice world, I guess. It's the creator of this. It's his way of showing that if that was an actual game, if you land on it, it would be an undergoal. Now, I think it's worth mentioning that undergoaling shouldn't be something that you just do because it takes a lot of time and it's easy to block off. But what if it wasn't? A bonus tip here is to always wall run and then get to your undergoal by wall running, because now you can get here easier and it's harder for them to stop you. And you can also come back up if you want to do a fake out, because then they might think that you're about to undergoal. Like, here, I'll give an example. Alright, so let's say you start the game like this. Like, start one round like this, and then you use your bypass, and you get over here. They might follow you down to stop you from undergoaling, and if that's the case, then you can do this. Fake them out, block them in, don't do that, make it up, and they'll have to void, which puts you in a really good place to be able to tower up, but you can't spawn block. 4th trick is going to be how to do a hyper jump easier but a bit less effective. Get over to one of these, jump here, jump there. Yeah, it's really that easy. So here's how you do this one. Look at this one. Look at this little 2x1. Or is that 1x2? I think it's a 1x2. Jitter bridge up. I recommend going high, but you don't need to go high. Try and land on this. Now go here. And then don't stop like I did. I'm just showing an example, because when you stop, that's what happens. Well, that doesn't always happen, but when you stop, you most likely will miss the jump. Fall down, land here. And okay, that's a bad jitter bridge. You're gonna want to build up high, but if you build up high, you're not going to want to put it right in front of the 1x2. So do this. Now, I can do this, this, and I'm in. That's just my own hyper jump that I do. It's not as effective as the other two, but it works because it's easier. Alright, this is the final trick. This one is the only one on the list that's a defense trick. I just... Prem Q, I'm your man. This is the only trick that's a trick to help you defend. Let's say they're right here. And then they... And then they make it up here. This is a really effective position. Like, this is also, like, do that. This is an effective position because they can't reach you. I mean, like, this is not enough. Yeah, that's too many blocks to reach. So, there's many there's, I think, 5 different ways to do this, and I'm going to show you all of them. This is the lamest one. I don't recommend doing this either, because A, it's lame, B, it's lame, C, it's boring. Alright, here are the few that I do recommend. This is just a normal jump into a clutch. Okay, I messed up. You want to be able to build it far enough. If they did it right there, then you want to be able to build it far enough to the point where you can do this. And then I recommend you start breaking it down. The next way to get over is more effective than the last one. You do this and this. And it's an easy clutch. Can I break that from here? Yay. Now we get to the 2 most effective, but 2 hardest ones. This one's really easy. The reason it's one of the most effective is because they have no blocks to break if you don't break this. But I recommend breaking it. So you do this because A, it's the fastest. Like, I recommend this one the most because A, it's the fastest, B, it's kind of cool, and C, it's the most effective because you can break this down and they won't know how you did it to learn from last time. And here's the one that's the most hype, but not as effective as the last one because it's way harder. You do... It's so hard. You do that. So that's what you're going to want to do if somebody gets here. And you are also going to be the person who wants to be here because you can get 1 goal over here and it's almost a free goal. I hope this video helped you learn a few tips to like get your first win on Hyperfrost. A lot of these you could probably figure out if you're a somewhat experienced player. I'm only a bridge iron, so yeah, it's like I obviously am not the person you're gonna look for first for tips. But this is just for beginners who want to figure out how they can win on Hyperfrost, because there are many different ways that a lot of people don't talk about to score and defend. I'm not going to talk about the hippo though. I am if I do that, like if I continue this on Urban, because it's definitely going to be a series, how to win on different maps. But Hyperfrost, like some maps, I'm not going to talk about how to hippo on because like you just shouldn't, unless like if you're playing a 1v1, you just shouldn't hippo on them. But yeah, I hope this helped you, and I'll see you all next time.